Hey friends! Happy Wednesday afternoon! How is everybody today? I am once again coming to you from my front porch, and it may be a little risky because it's after school, people may be driving by, it may get noisy, but I had a little window of time, so I wanted to hop on today. And I'm going to tell you about my 5 favorite essential oils for stressed out mamas. So, I think there's going to be something for everyone here. And at the end, I'm going to have a little giveaway. So be sure to watch with me, and I will tell you what that is at the end. Okay, so first of all, a little backstory. A lot of you may know if you've been reading my blog. Maybe I should back up. I'm Candace. I blog at mercyisnew.com. I have been blogging for 11 years or so, and I started blogging about my struggles with depression and anxiety a few years ago, and so it is just a complete joy to come to you and be able to walk with you on my journey to emotional wellness, and that includes going off antidepressants, losing weight, getting healthy in so many areas of my life. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite oils that I use to help with stress management and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, because we are moms and we have stress. So a little bit about my background. I had 3 babies in 3 years, and you might say my body went a little crazy. So when my youngest was born, he's 12 now, that next year was pretty rough, and I didn't know it at the time, but I think I was probably struggling with postpartum depression. And it went untreated for so long that it really just spiraled, and I went very downhill. Finally, my husband and I decided that something needed to change. I went to my family doctor, who recommended counseling, and a psychiatrist, and all 3 of them recommended antidepressants and also an anxiety medication. And so I willingly took those meds because I was desperate, and those were some rough years, y'all. If I'm just being honest, I have a lot of guilt about the years when my babies were little because I wasn't as attentive as I should have been. I was miserable. I was tired all the time, irritable, grumpy, down, just in bad shape. And so I look back on those years now, and I have guilt, but then at the same time, God quickly snaps me back to gratitude just for the journey that I've been on. And I even get a little bit choked up even saying that now. Because if I hadn't been through the valley, I don't feel like I would feel so much joy today. If I hadn't seen the hard days, I wouldn't know. The good days wouldn't be as special, and I don't think it would have meant so much for me to feel so good had I not felt so poorly for so many years. I mean, I lived in survival mode and stayed on antidepressants for between 7 and 8 years, and the antidepressants helped me at first, but eventually I began to notice that instead of having excited, happy moods, I never had that. I didn't have the lows and the depression and just that dark hole that I had been in. However, I didn't cry, I didn't laugh. I kind of feel like I lost my personality. And so I also gained probably 30 or 35 pounds. I was very unhealthy. I was pre-diabetic. I was on medication eventually for my high blood sugars. I was a mess, y'all. My hormones were a mess. My sleep was a mess. And my emotions were a mess. So eventually I sought help. I was on the medication, and the medication helped for a time being. And I'm thankful again for that journey that God has had me on. But eventually, and actually it was 3 years ago in October, so October is very special to me. But 3 years ago in October, I decided that I was going to wean off my meds. And that was hard. It was months of withdrawal symptoms, vertigo symptoms, headaches, feeling dizzy. Yuck. But I stuck it out. The good Lord in His mercy saw fit to help me through that season. And after several months of weaning off the meds, I was off my antidepressants. However, I knew that my battle was not over, and I began looking for natural things to help with emotional issues, emotional instability, stress, anxiety, moodiness, and I tried different things, eventually God led me to essential oils. And I started using oils without realizing the impact that they would have on my emotions. I started using them for my son's cough. Somebody brought me an oil. My friend Kelly brought me an oil that helped with his cough. That kind of got me hooked. I started using them on a daily, consistent basis, multiple oils every day in my diffuser, on my skin. And I started noticing that my mood was much, much improved. And so there are several oils I want to tell you about, but the more research I started doing, I started realizing that your sense of smell is your only sense that goes to your limbic system, your amygdala, where the seat of your emotions is, and your memory is there. And so it makes sense that smells impact us so heavily. Think about smells that trigger memories for you. Think about smells and how they give you this emotional, either like, oh, I remember this smells just like grandma's banana bread, or, how some of those smells trigger memories for us. And so learning the science behind how they work has been absolutely fascinating to me, because I was using them and they were working for me in this way, but I didn't even know it. I didn't know why, I didn't know how, but the more I research it and the more I study it, the more it makes sense to me. So I am so just excited to share with you some oils that have helped me. And I want to tell you this sweet lady we had come speak to our group. She's 85 years old, and she has used Young Living essential oils for over 20 years. And here's what she told us at this class that I will not forget. She said, "Don't get overwhelmed with all the choices of oils. Just use what you have." So that little science fact I told you about our sense of smell going straight to the seat of our emotions and helping our emotional wellness and emotional healing, all oils are going to help you, okay? So don't stress if you don't have the oils that I'm mentioning today, but these are just some ideas for you if you're looking to place a new order, or if you want to get signed up as a new wholesale member. Young Living oils are amazing because we own a lot of our own farms. We have control over what goes on the dirt, in the dirt, no pesticides. So we kind of know exactly from the seed to the seal of the bottle what is in our oils. And so that's why I use Young Living oils, and my stories and my experience are all about Young Living. So I can't really tell you about other companies or how they do things, but that is why I chose this company. Okay, on to the good stuff. The very first oil I want to tell you about that helps me with my stress is Valor. And I know these labels are going to be backwards because I'm on Facebook Live. Valor has quickly become one of my top 2 or 3 favorite oils ever. And I want to show you, I keep this in my car with a roller top on it. And every time I get in my car, I just rub some on my neck. You'll notice this is a blue oil. It has some blue tansy in it. It has spruce, rosewood, and frankincense. frankincense. So no wonder this is such a great blend. Valor is great for your nervous system. It is great for emotional stability. And Valor reminds me that as a mom, I can do this. God gave me my children, and He gave my children me for a reason. There's not anybody who could be doing a better job with my kids. There is not, God hasn't given me something that I can't handle with Him. In my weakness, He is strong. And so lean into that weakness. Don't begrudge it, because God is glorified, and God shows off His strength when we are weak. So Valor reminds me to be strong in the Lord, because He is the source of my strength. And because of Him, I can do this mama job that He has given me to do. And y'all, did I tell you how old my kids are? 15, 14, and 12. So, in other words, I need to stock up on Valor. All right, number 2, the second oil I use for stress. Stress Away, of course, the name of this oil should tell you what it's for. But a lot of people love Stress Away. It comes in the starter kit, and a lot of people put a roller top on it and kind of use it as perfume because it has vanilla in it, and copaiba, lime, cedarwood, ocotillo, and lavender. So this is just a very calming, it smells good. Some people use it at night to help them calm down and rest. So Stress Away is a great oil that comes in the starter kit for stress. It should say, if you have kids, you need this oil. All right, the third one. So, real quick, back to my health journey. There's so many intricate details. You cannot just use lavender and expect your life to change. Sorry to break it to you. I have lost 30 pounds since January. I'm feeling better than I ever have before. And it's not a result of one thing. So I've changed how I eat. I have exercised more regularly than ever before. I'm using our supplement Ningxia Red. I'm using essential oils for emotional well-being, which then in turn affects my motivation. It all goes together. Our hormones, our sleep, our diet, our exercise, our stress levels, all of that impacts how we feel. So if there is one or two areas in our lives that are out of kilter, it's going to affect how we feel. It's going to affect our anxiety. It's going to affect our sleep. It's going to affect our motivation. So hormones is a big, big part of that. So I use this. This is our hormone blend called Progessence Plus. This is my second miracle story with Young Living Oils. The first was my son's cough when Kelly brought me RC, which is also in the starter kit. The second was when I ordered Progessence Plus, and my female life completely changed. I have had terrible cycles since college. I used to be on medication and then birth control just for bad periods. I now cannot even tell you when I'm about to start. No PMS, no cramps. It's cut my cycle in half. I feel like a new woman. This is natural progesterone extracted from a wild yam. It also has frankincense in it. Are you sensing a theme here with the frankincense? It has peppermint, bergamot, copaiba, cedarwood, and sacred frankincense. Not only frankincense, but sacred frankincense. So, Progessence Plus is an amazing, amazing oil. If you need to get your hormones back to somewhat normal, if that's even possible after children, this is the oil you need. Okay, I also have 2 friends who have Progessence babies. Okay, so this is an amazing miracle oil that I like to think God sent me. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so hormones are so important to how we feel. The fourth oil that I use for stress is orange oil. Orange is my favorite scent for the diffuser. I call it my happy oil. Citrus is just happy. Think about a lemon fresh home, or orange, tangerine, lime. All those happy citrus flavors are so, so good for your mood. And so I put this in my diffuser every day, And I'm not afraid to use a lot of it because this big bottle is $10.25, I think. It's one of the cheaper oils. Citrus is very affordable, so use that in your diffuser every day and get your house smelling good and lift your moods at the same time. So, orange, I call it my happy oil. All right, and I saved the best for last, but hang on, I have some other stuff to show you. Okay, frankincense. Frankincense is one of the most powerful oils that we are blessed to have. It also comes in the starter kit, which is a huge blessing. Frankincense is a little bit more expensive because of where it's grown. The trees are grown in the Middle East, and just the whole process of getting that is harder, more time consuming, all of that. So we're super blessed to get this in the starter kit, and I just recently ran out of frankincense, and I started kind of almost noticing that I felt panicky a few times, and I was like, I have not felt this way in over a year. What is wrong with me? Are my oils not working anymore? And then it hit me. I've been out of frankincense. Now, I use frankincense every day in several ways. I put a drop in my face lotion, rub it on my face every morning. Then I put a drop on my thumb and press it to the roof of my mouth, or put a drop under my tongue. This is amazing for anxiety. It's great for on the spot, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious. I use it now kind of as a preventative because I really haven't felt that stressed out, panicky feeling that I used to get all the time. But I use it every day just because it's so powerful, and I don't want to go back to that place. But you can carry it with you and use it throughout the day as well. So frankincense is just a powerhouse oil, and it's good for your skin. It's good for emotional stability. It's just good for a lot of things. So a lot of us in our oil group like to say that, you know, they brought it to the baby Jesus. So you know it's good. But my personal theory is that there are so many good uses for frankincense. They might have brought it for Mary. Maybe they knew that us mamas need some emotional help. So maybe it was for baby Jesus, or maybe it was for Mary. So that's my fifth oil that I like to use for stress management. Now, I'm going to show you two other things that I use that I believe attribute to my healthy well-being and my stress levels. Remember I mentioned how everything kind of works together. So hormones, diet, exercise, oils, and sleep. I have always had trouble sleeping. I've been on prescription sleep meds. I've taken multiple Tylenol PM and Benadryl every single night for sleep, and I would wake up and feel like I needed more sleep. And so again, I think it's a combination of I'm exercising, I'm doing strength training, I'm eating better, I'm using oils regularly, and I've gone off all my sleep meds. I honestly never thought I would be able to say that. Truthfully, I just thought, I mean, I can remember being in high school and not being able to sleep. So this has been a lifelong journey for me. But I use a supplement that we make called ImmuPro, and it does have melatonin in it, although I had tried melatonin before. And then it also has the wolfberry in it, which is the same thing that our super fruit juice supplement has in it. So the wolfberry is super for immunity. It has strawberry powder, raspberry powder, and 3 different kinds of mushroom powder. And then your melatonin and some other ingredients. But this is a chewable tablet I take every night. It helps me fall asleep. And for the first time in probably 25 years, I wake up with energy. To me, it really is a miracle. So I wake up between 6 and 6:30 every morning, no alarm. I get out of bed, and I actually have energy. So I'm so thankful, y'all. I mean, like I said, it all goes together. If you don't get sleep, you don't have energy to do the things you know you need to do, like exercise or eat better, whatever. If you're tired and grumpy all the time, you don't have motivation to eat right or to go exercise. If your hormones are out of whack, you are an emotional mess. I mean, our bodies are so intricate that there's no one quick fix that is going to get us healthy. But all these things working together, I really, really believe can help us. And because these essential oils are taken from plants that God made, I just feel like it's God's medicine cabinet. He gave us what He knew we would need. And I am just so amazed every day at how good I feel. And I'm so thankful. Having lived in survival mode for so long, I just feel like I'm finally able to thrive and to live out this life that God has given me, and to serve others well, to serve my family, to have energy to do the things I know I need to do. So the last thing I want to show you is our Ningxia Red supplement. There are a ton of antioxidants in this super fruit juice supplement. I drink 2 ounces every day. Sometimes right before my period, I drink 3 ounces. If I'm feeling especially, you know, maybe I'm tired, or if I'm feeling weird or like I'm getting sick or anything, I will drink another ounce. This has more antioxidants than like 1,000 blueberries, pounds of carrots, pounds of beets, thousands of almonds, and I know that none of us get all that in our daily diet, so this to me is like a powerhouse. It is so good for you. It has in it the wolfberry juice, and then it also has in it blueberry fruit juice from concentrate, plum, sweet cherries, pomegranate. So it's just full of really good things. And y'all know what antioxidants do. You know why our bodies need those. So this is the last thing that I wanted to show you. I really feel like I have more energy and my stress is more manageable because of all these products that God made for us right outside our front doors. So if we could all just live out in our backyards, surrounded by all these amazing plants, maybe we wouldn't need all these little bottles. But alas, most of us do not spend very much time outside anymore in our culture today. Okay, now on to the giveaway. So I am going to send one person a little roller bottle of some of my favorite stress oils in a blend with a roller top that you can just roll on your wrists, roll on your neck. And so I already have it made up for you. I just need to send it to one of you. So if you will leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite stress management oil or tool is, and then share this video, you'll be entered to win. And I will draw the winner. What's today? Wednesday? I'll do that on Friday. Okay? So leave me a comment. Tell me about how you handle stress, and then share this video, and I will send one of you my favorite stress oils already mixed up in a roller top for you to use. And if you are not a wholesale member yet, I would love to have you on my team. And if you want to join by purchasing a starter kit, which has 11 of our best oils and a diffuser and some samples in it, I will send you a bottle of orange. Okay, so that's another favorite of my stress oils. So if you're watching this video and you sign up with my team, send me a message and say, I signed up because of your video. Now send me my free orange. So, all right. I hope that has helped you, and I hope you've got some new ideas for managing your stress, and I hope that you're encouraged, that you're not stuck where you're at. God's word tells us to renew our minds. He is a transforming, redemptive God, and we are capable of change. Okay? He has given us what we need, and He is our strength. So be encouraged, and I look forward to your comments, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye.